Pal of convicted drug dealer who partied with Jay Slater claims he's not a murderer and reveals chilling former nickname. A former pal of Ayub Qasim has revealed the nickname he used to go by and doesn't believe he's a murderer. A berate convicted drug dealer who partied with Jay Slater before the teen vanished is not a murderer and went by a different nickname before he became known as Johnny Vegas. A former pal has revealed. Ayub Qasim, 31, who was one of the two people who last saw Jay Slater in Tenerife, was also once known as Whispers in criminal circles. Now, one of his former pals has defended Qasim and said he was not a murderer. Cardiff Foreign Rhoda Singh, 59, said she was shocked to discover Qasim was a key witness in the Jay Slater case. She told the Mirror, "I knew him as Whispers, but it's definitely the same person. I should know we were in court together. We've lost touch over the last couple of years, but Whispers is a quiet, polite, and gentle fella. He's not a murderer or anything like that. He wouldn't hurt a fly. They called him Whispers because of his quiet, soft voice." She continued, "I haven't heard from Whispers for a few years. He used to ring me from prison to make sure I was okay. I think he felt bad that I got caught up in what was going on in his life. I didn't know he was in Tenerife or that he is now nicknamed Johnny Vegas. He will always be Whispers to me." Rhoda's partner, retired taxi driver Dadjay, 64, remembered Qasim as Whispers. He said, "I remember Whispers well. He was polite and softly spoken. He was a Londoner working in South Wales for a major drugs gang and staying around the corner from us. He was sofa surfing, but not at our place. As I recall, he and the gang were only in our place sheltering from the rain. I came home that night to find my door kicked in and Rhoda in police custody. I'm not excusing him for being a drug dealer, but I don't think he would have had anything to do with the disappearance of this young lad. He's more likely to help someone in trouble than harm them." The convicted drug dealer has insisted that he has nothing to do with the disappearance, and he saw Jay leave his airdrome alive. Former Detective Mark Williams Thomas said he tracked down Qasim and grilled him on the bizarre mystery. Mark said, "Ayub has provided me with his account of what he says happened on that morning, Monday the 17th of June. The investigator describes Qasim's version of events, including Jay's insistence on leaving the airbnb early that morning, despite the offer of a lift. Mark said, Jay wanted to carry on partying, and he said he had nowhere to stay. So he said he could come back to his. He claimed they got back to the airbnb in Masca, some 11 hours walk from where Jay was supposed to stay, and said he could sleep on the sofa. Jay was offered a blanket and a towel, and was given a cigarette by Ayub. Mark says before the teen slept on the sofa, he asked for a phone charger. The ex-cop said, Jay then asked for a phone charger. Ayub, said, go into my friend's room. He's asleep. Take his charger, and you can put your phone on charge. There was no charging point by the sofa. He went on. Ayub says he then goes to sleep, and then he's woken by a buzzer. Ayub says he comes down the stairs. Jay says to him, what's that annoying noise, which was the doorbell. Ayub says he opens the door and speaks to a woman and a man, and they gesture that he needed to move his car. Jay, 19, apparently told Qasim, I'm hungry. I need to get a scran. And the woman told me I can get a bus every 10 minutes to Los Cristianos. Mark says that Ayub told him no bus is coming and offered to drive him after taking a nap, but the teen left anyway. Qasim confirmed he had spoken to the Spanish authorities in Tenerife, but says he was told by foreign cops not to speak to anyone else. He insisted he has nothing to hide and slammed Facebook detectives for screenshotting his Instagram. After sharing screenshots of his Instagram profile and debating about his involvement on the social media site, Qasim himself hit back. He raged, why are you screenshotting my Insta, you absolute bunch of weirdos? The 31-year-old also hit back at another jibe, saying, "I don't mind being tracked down, got nothing to hide." In an earlier statement, Qasim said, "The only comment I have to make is that Jay came to the house alive, and he left the house alive. If I'd fallen out with him, would he even come to mine?" He added, "I let the geezer stay at mine because he had nowhere else to go. His friends had all left him. I know Jay through friends. I'm not going to bring someone back to mine if I don't know them. I'm doing the geezer a favor, and now my face is all over the news. It's a bit mental. I haven't even done anything."